like to welcome everybody to the Oklahoma City Board of Adjustment for March the 17th, and we're going to call the meeting to order. The first item on the agenda is to approve the minutes for March the 3rd, and we've got enough to do that.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? They're approved. The next item I would like to introduce or welcome our new member, Mark Stonecoffer. Okay. I'll get it right one of these days, Mark. But anyway, welcome.
Thank you very much. It's not an easy thing. It's great.
The next item on the agenda is for any continuances or withdrawals. Do we know of any?
We have none today.
Okay, thank you.
Where's your packet? You can share me.
Okay, the next item on the agenda, we're going down to our public hearing, and the first item would be item number 1.
Item number 1, case number 13394, request of Atlantic Aviation for a variance to the sidewalk requirement located at 6401 South Portland Avenue.
I'm Kevin Galliard with Trinity Group Architects, representing Atlantic Aviation.
Can you kind of give us an idea of your request, please?
Kind of a broad scope is, this is a piece of property, lease property from the airport, on the east side of the airport. Portland Avenue is going to be closed after our property, and they're going to extend the taxiway actually over what was Portland into another undeveloped area. So that terminates the sidewalk on one end. It basically would go to nowhere. At either end of the sidewalk, there's an 8-foot-high, 3-strand barbed wire fence, security fence around the airport at either end of this sidewalk. On the west side of it, which doesn't really show on there very well, there's a drainage channel. So the sidewalk really goes to nowhere and serves nothing. And it will never continue further to the north because of the taxiway expansion. So our thought was it's just kind of an unnecessary requirement.
Any question?
Very peculiar to this piece of property.
It is.
I move approval.
You know, the funny thing was when we first applied for this, nobody knew how to handle it because there's no adjoining neighbors. The airport owns everything, and it was just a very unusual situation.
I move approval.
Second. Got a motion and a second. All those in favor? And you're approved.
Thank you.
Item number 2, case number 13395, request of Curtis Hines for a variance to the required number of parking spaces and to allow gravel parking located at 3313 South Byers Avenue.
I'm Joe Ledford, representing Curtis.
Go ahead and give your name and address, please, sir.
3313 South Byers.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
What we're doing is we're trying to add a covered storage to our building, our current building, and they want us to pave our yard, and we use a lot of heavy equipment, and I don't know if you've ever seen what a Bobcat can do to paving, but it'll just tear it apart, and we run 3 Bobcats all day long, and it just wouldn't really be effective for us to pave our yard.
What kind of Bobcats you run? You run on tires? You run on tires?
Huh?
You run on tires or you run on metal tracks or what?
No, they're on tires.
They're on tires?
Yeah, but they're still really hard on, if the pavement gets warm, it'll just tear it apart.
Are you talking about asphalt pavement?
Huh?
Not concrete?
Yeah, asphalt
Yeah.
and concrete, and and we also run two 90 Nissan forklifts, which I know they're better than 14,000 pounds a piece.
Yeah.
With hard tires, and they'll break the concrete too, anywhere you hit them in a corner or anywhere.
Any other question?
Just for clarification, you've got an existing business there,
Yes.
and what you're wanting to do is add this covered parking, and that's what's triggering...
Well, it's not a parking, it'll be like a storage area for material.
But you make reference to the fact that there are no additional employees, so you're talking about no more employees than you currently have.
Exactly.
So right now, without the addition of this covered parking, the parking lot that you have is acceptable, am I correct? It's the addition of the parking that triggers the request.
Should be. Move to approve?
Motion to approve, I hear a second.
I will second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor? And you're approved.
Thank you.
Item number 3, case number 13396, request of the City of Oklahoma City for a variance to the landscaping requirements of the sign regulations located at 313 South Morgan Road.
I move to deny.
I haven't made my argument yet.
Where's the speaker? Oh, no, JJ, I guess that's me. Are you going to say something in favor, or has it all been said?
Yeah, depends on your motion.
I move to approve. Second.
A motion and a second to approve, all those in favor? And it's approved.
Item number 4, case number 13397, request of Southern Hill Station for a variance to the 25-foot platted building line located at 1600 West I-240 Service Road.
Somebody's here.
And doesn't look like the applicant's here.
Yeah, move to
So we'll move to continue.
I'll move.
Second. I guess we'll continue to the next meeting, which is when? April 7th? April 7th. That's your motion?
That's it.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion? And it's continued.
Move to adjourn. Second.
That is a record.
That's a record.
That is a record.
Almost.